Oi, how do you know you are mature? How do you know you are a fully grown, mature, adult human being? How? I don't think there's ever an age, there's a fixed age that you know, but put it this way, this world is one of one-manship. You want to up somebody, you want to, you know, take advantage of them, bamboozle them, swindle them, you know, sort of like finessed. The moment you realize you don't want to do that, bro, even in a world where manipulating people and getting one up the other man or women is the way of life, it's the way of getting ahead. The moment you realize you don't want to do that, you don't want to manipulate a single human being to do what you want, to play your games, you are a mature adult. That's it. It's not that hard. There's no a certain age. A 14-year-old can realize this. An 80-year-old would realize this. But there's no in between. There's no age where you finally it clicks and you say, "Oh, now I am a mature adult." No, no. It just simply comes to the point where you don't want to play games. You don't want to emotionally manipulate somebody. You don't want to take advantage of them. It's just not in you. So it's not a concept. It's not a belief. It's not some sort of, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a good Christian, or I'm very pious, whatever religion you follow. I don't do that. I don't want to hurt someone. Or I'm an empath. I don't want to hurt somebody. No, you get to a point in your life where you just go, bro, I don't think manipulating someone is actually a good idea. I don't think hurting someone is a great idea. Why? Because if I hurt that person, I am also hurting myself. You see, you cannot hurt your neighbor without hurting yourself. You cannot hurt your fellow human being without hurting yourself. And so if you manipulate somebody, you'll get away with the manipulation for a while. It will work. Surely, no one may even catch you. Then you will get away with many things. But the moment you realize you don't want to manipulate somebody for your own gains, you don't want to emotionally take advantage of somebody who's a lot weaker than you don't want to play foul, then you are a mature adult. We have been misled to think if you get your own house, you're mature. You got a job, you're mature. Yet taking responsibilities, right, and not negating them or blaming someone else or complaining, that too is a sign of maturity to me. So if you have those things down pat, you are still a mature human being to me. But I measure mature I measure maturity based on manipulation. We are all manipulating someone or something. Believe it or not, some parents are manipulating their children as we speak. Siblings manipulating one another. Bosses manipulating workers. Countrymen manipulating one another. Leaders manipulating ethnicities. There's manipulation going on all around. The day you don't want to manipulate another human being for your own gain, I have to repeat this, you are mature. I used to look into the mirror, bro, and I'll be like, when will I be a mature adult? This is like a 7-year-old me, like looking in the mirror with my eyes open, popping out. Real shit. And I go, will I be mature at 27? How do I know? Will I be mature at 35? Or is it 50? When is maturity? Everybody has their reasons or their sort of measurement for what maturity is. Mine is when you stop or you stop. When you don't want to manipulate anybody, right? But not for any ideological or for some sort of a philosophical reason or concept. It's just it comes to an end. You don't want to manipulate anybody. You don't want to up one another. You don't have these sort of like what the spiritual people call low level needs for revenge, for whatever. You just don't care. You literally see the other person as you. And so you have this deep respect for them as another human being, as a living entity, as its own entity. You realize the person is their own person. And so it's very hard for you to manipulate that person. When you get to that point, you are mature. It may not be this year or next year or in your 80th year even. You could be dead and you're still very selfish, crying about being entitled to things and whatever. I met someone, a lady, an old lady, 90 something, and she was still entitled, bro. She was still entitled. She had a whole room full of dolls ever since, like toys and shit. The whole room is pink, and she's like 90 something, bro. We went to visit her at aged care because it was part of something we were studying. These people exist, and that could be you. You could be like 90 something on your deathbed. You still don't even know what maturity is. But in your life, if you feel like you don't want to manipulate anyone, you made it. Good on you. Congratulations. In my opinion, you are a mature individual, and I would hang with you. I would listen to you. You could be way younger than me, and I'll go to you for advice. Let me repeat that. If you realize that you don't want to take advantage of other people, you don't want to manipulate them, even though you're capable of doing that. You just shy away from it. You don't want to at all. You are not trying with your whole being not to manipulate someone. I have to make this very clear. You just don't want to. You don't want to play the game because you see it. The most successful people manipulate. Success is manipulating reality, is manipulating the truth. That's what success is. If you want to be successful, please don't listen to me. Go and manipulate people. Go and get your money. Don't listen to my dumb ass. Okay, you don't need to mature yet. Maybe you need to touch $1 million before you realize it's not what it is. Maybe for some people it's 1 billion. For some people, if you are lucky or unlucky, I don't know. It sort of depends on you. Sort of a gift and a curse at a very young age, based on how hard life kicks you on the ass. You would have to grow up very quickly and mature very quickly. And if life kicks you in the ass, bro, you'll have this sense of natural uh, ability to be able to shy away from wanting to conflict that same pain on others. And so many people who come from hardship mature quickly than people who come from uh, privilege. Go figure. It's because those people don't have to sit around and think, am I manipulating or am I being manipulative? No, because they're doing the manipulation and they're used to the manipulation. That's what their power is. That's what their wealth is. And so it's very hard to depart with your money to a privileged man. To be mature would be a foolish thing to do because you will have to depart with a lot of things that make up who they are. Anyways, bro. When I started this channel, I didn't want to start a channel until I kind of have a grasp feeling of what maturity is. I could manipulate everything here, bro. I have that ability to, and I have in my life manipulated many people. And then one day I just said, I'm still going to manipulate people somehow, whether I know it or not. So, am I mature? I don't know. Maybe I'm not there yet because I do accept in order for me to make a bit of money, I'm going to have to manipulate some people or some things or some system. This channel is going to be evil, but I'm not teaching evil, bro. I'm just teaching. I don't even know what am I teaching. There is no teaching. But if there's anything here you can get from this is sincerity. I'm not mature yet. Why? Because I know I still want to manipulate people to get what I want, to get where I want. I might have to step on some people's toes. It's different now because I'm aware of this and I accept it, where some people shy away from it, they're immature. So which one are you? Which one, my brother?